All right, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing another Walking Dead video, and this one we're going to be doing our weekly video predictions for what we think is going to happen in next week's episode of The Walking Dead Season 10. This is for episode 14. Now, it is called Look at the Flowers. Alright, and possible spoiler warning if you are not caught up for the Walking Dead television series, which is up to Michonne's last episode, Season 10, Episode 13. So going forward for Episode 14, and we won't be including in this very much predictions with regards to Michonne, because that's movie time now. That's not going to be in the Walking Dead television series anymore. So far as we know, Denai Greer has finished her time in Walking Dead. So I know Episode 13 finishes off with her seeing this group, helping out a couple of people, and seemingly kind of going on to the movieverse. But we won't be seeing her again in the TV series so far as we know. So those predictions are not for TV series. Those will be, maybe we can discuss in the live stream after this for the actual movie series that's coming up when eventually we do see the first Walking Dead movie, whenever that is. So we'll discuss that further in the live stream and in the videos further on this week relating to the movies. Because man, those things are getting cooked up really good. I can't wait to see. I can't wait to see the Walking Dead movies. We'll get into that later. So next week's episode, we still have 3 episodes left for this season for the Walking Dead season 10. I feel like after the last 2 or 3 episodes, man, this has been another incredible season of the Walking Dead. The Walking Dead's always good, right? I mean, every season it's always good. I think, again, they've taken something which would be thought of as a huge negative, which is to have some of your biggest stars of the series leave, and they have, again, used that and kind of turned that into a positive to create something special, to give us a wonderful goodbye for Denai Greer as Michonne, and yet still have a compelling story that's happening in the other section of the Walking Dead universe right now, or part of it, I guess, because lots of stuff going on in Walking Dead now. But, kind of with our original core group that's still sort of there in some capacity with Daryl, Carol, Negan, I guess Alpha in a way, Beta, and the others. So the link will be in the description for you guys, so you can go ahead and check out the next on video for this week's upcoming episode, for episode 14. Look at the Flowers. So that is a great name for an episode. Look at the Flowers. Love it. Love the name. A lot of us thought that maybe in this episode we would see the final kind of throwdown between Carol and an Alpha. But as we've seen things play through, it didn't exactly, go that way. But this sounds like it'll be somewhat of a spotlight episode for Carol in what she'll do now that, spoiler warning, Alpha is dead, and she gets to put Alpha's head on a pike, which we can see in the preview video. So what happened to Henry? Now she returns the favor and puts it on a pike for Alpha, and also doesn't put her down. So she's still sort of kicking there because she's zombified, but her head is still responsive, right? So she hasn't been totally put out of her. It's sort of like leaving someone in misery, and I never really thought of it that way for the Whispers and what they do. But with the whole Pikes thing, with the border, I mean, you're killing somebody, you're leaving them in zombified form, but you're not even giving them their body so they can move around. You're literally just putting their heads so that they're still somehow, zombie version, still there in some way, still firing in some way. We don't know exactly what zombies experience from their perspective, but just kind of there, but then just like confined to this. It's sort of like a hell in a way, because they're sort of somewhat conscious as zombies, but they're just a head on a pike there, just to chomp at nothing, and they can't move or anything. So she leaves her there for the other Whisperers to find. I thought that they might take the head back with them to Alexandria to show the others, so that Negan would be trusted again, or exonerated for the crimes he had done in the past before. But it doesn't look that way. In the preview, Carol also says that she doesn't want to go back, and she's going to just basically leave Alpha's head there. And it looks like Negan goes to see Lydia to find that she has escaped. And he looks to be upset about that in the preview. And Daryl catches him and kind of beats him up a bit and puts the crossbow to him. And we are to assume that Negan has to talk his way out of it, which he's good at, right? He never shuts up. So that shouldn't be a problem for Negan to explain to Daryl and the others that he was working with Carol and that they killed Alpha. Alpha was dead. They put her head on a pike, but then Carol did not hold up her end of the bargain and go and explain that to everyone. And so Negan could be freed Negan permanently and earned his freedom, but instead she's decided to go off on her own and leave. So, or something like this, if that is what we end up seeing. I don't think it'll be for long. I think Daryl and the others will catch up to her at some point here. But so I don't think Carol will be gone for a long time, maybe for a little bit, maybe for like this season or something, but we should see her again pretty soon. I'm sure Daryl will find her pretty soon, right? So the description for the episode reads, look at the flowers. Everyone reckons with the aftermath of the Hilltop fire. Eugene leads the trip to meet Stephanie. So they go as far as to say Stephanie, because the radio's destroyed. So this is his only shot, and he kind of goes through it here in the trailer to say it's kind of, he's willing to be the fool, so it might be foolish for him to go. But at the same time, the radio communication is now destroyed. It's reasonable to think that it will never be restored again. So this is basically his only chance to meet this other group, which could be of big benefit to the survivors. And it's always a question: do they lock themselves down and not interact with absolutely anyone, like we saw with Michonne just recently here? If she had not helped Andrea, if she had not helped Virgil, if she had not done any of these things, or do they take a risk and go and meet the unknown, meet someone they don't know, and see if it's going to be something positive, or unfortunately if they run into a group like the Governor or the Whisperers or something like this and it's not, and it's the opposite. But to lock yourself down means that you miss out on life. You miss out on living, on getting to meet other people, on getting to experience different things and see what others can do, and also in Michonne's case, find people that have gone missing. So that's it for the next Dawn that we have. There'll probably be other sneak peeks on Talking Dead and whatnot, which I haven't seen yet at the time of filming this video. I haven't released yet. But you can see Beta. He's got the head, and he's like, because we get the sense that Beta sort of was in love with Alpha, but that Alpha was not either interested in him, or that maybe she was not attracted to him, something like this. Or that in her position she felt that she could not maybe be in a relationship with someone else like that. And Samantha Morton did say in an interview that Alpha had never been intimate with any other Whisperer. So that includes Beta. But we get the sense that Beta wanted to protect her. Beta maybe loved her, cared for her, wanted to be there for her, was worried about her with Negan being around. And now we can see that his fears have come to fruition, and Negan has killed Alpha, and so I'm sure he can figure it out and put the whole thing together. But now it's going to be his turn to lead the Whisperers, or what's left of the Whisperers. What is that going to look like? You can see a little bit in the next Dawn, or the preview here, as he's kind of calling the dead with him. How many Whisperers will stay under Beta's command? How many will stay if they find out that Alpha's been killed? They were mostly afraid of Alpha, so will they still stay with Beta, or will they just kind of go off on their own? Will Beta take strong leadership after this lead? And it looks like from Judith and the survivors' perspective, they think because they got Alpha that the war is over, that the Whisperers have lost due to the assassination. But as we can assume, Beta most likely will take lead of whoever's still in the Whisperers and will want vengeance for Alpha. I'm certain of that. And I would think most of the Whisperers probably will fall in line behind him, or at least maybe half or a group of them. And then most likely, Beta will gather the herds and get them ready to head towards Alexandria. So even though the war seems to be over and Michonne thinks everything is okay and they've already won, so she goes off and Judith tells her to, that may not be the case, because Beta may be even more treacherous to deal with in his straightforward type of onslaught of attack than Alpha was with sort of her different techniques that she was using. Beta's just going to come right for you, right? So take the head, and so you never forget, right? That's the Governor quote, right? So you take the head. Right, fish tanks, right? Beta doesn't have any fish tanks around, but he's a scary dude, that's for sure, right? So that'll be it for my predictions for next week's episode. We only have 3 episodes left. Eugene's going to go off with Yumiko and Ezekiel to meet Stephanie or whoever else is there. Michonne's off to the movies, and for the rest of the season, 3 episodes left. Probably some good ones. Negan and Daryl and the others kind of like things building up to most likely another battle here before the end of the season pretty quickly here with Beta. Probably not wasting much time. And what should be an exciting kind of last few episodes, Maggie returning at some point. Lots of stuff going on. At least you can say this. It's not that The Walking Dead has not been eventful. It certainly has been plenty eventful enough, and we'll discuss it more in the live stream pretty soon, which will start in maybe about half an hour to an hour after you guys are done watching this one. So I'll see you guys back soon for the live stream. Be sure to join. It should be a good one where we discuss Michonne's final episode. We hang out. We have some fun. Talk Walking Dead. What else? Just enjoy. That's it. So thumb up the video. See you guys soon for that. It's always just Trev, and I'm saying peace later, guys. See you soon.